What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, champ? What is going on? I'm
Man,
just
you
happy to be here right now.
of course, man. You tune into the realest podcast, man. Can't shut us up. We back with another one today. You know, we got a lot going on this year, election year, big time, and we're gonna be discussing the state of the election this year, and kind of touch up on that, bro. With the community, what are we discussing?
Well, like you just alluded to, man. Election is about what 8 months away. The impact, the influence, everything relating to the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like what has to be done? How should they go about voting? You know what I'm saying? How should they proceed with everything else? You know what I'm saying? So since election is only 8 months away, and I know a lot of y'all probably say that's a long time. Nah, man. Next thing you know, you blink, we in November. So it's never too early, you know what I'm saying, to touch on the election, man. So obviously, man, there's a lot of concern in the black community currently. My number one concern that I would like to touch on first would be like how can we improve as a whole, man? How can we improve as a community?
Yeah,
So I was thinking a lot like, yo, there's a lot of stuff we got to get rid of. There's a lot of things I got to change. Um, a word that pops up in my head right now is respect. And I feel like we lack that. We lack respect within ourselves. We lack respect from other races. You know what I'm saying? And for example, bro, come on, man. Let's talk about these rappers, right? These black rappers or whatever. And not all of them are bad influence, but my issue is, man, is like, tell me what other race, bro, you see in music videos that go on music videos and throw up cash, stacks of cash, and wanna floss their bling bling, their chain, and all that stuff. Tell me what other race that does that, bro? Besides the black community, besides black rappers, tell me one. You can't tell me the Asian man does that. You can't tell me the white man does that. If you do find one, it'll be probably a handful. That's about it. You can't tell me the native Indian does that. You can't tell me the Middle Eastern man does that at all. You just can't. But what happened is in our community we have these goofy ass rappers that gets on rap videos or whatever type of videos and want to floss cash. What are you doing, you goofy? You are a grown ass man going on music videos and rapping and throwing up cash and all that and flossing your jewelry and flossing houses, whatever. And most of the times, bro, these things don't even belong to these guys.
hmm
And that those are examples of why we don't get respect, bro. We have no standards. Okay, we are content with being irrelevant. We are content with you know what I'm saying with buffoonery. We just content with damn near everything. That's what separate us from the whites. That's what separates us from the Asians. That's what separates us from the native Indians and all these other respectable races, bro.
hmm
That's why we continue this. That's one of the reasons why we continue to stay under, because of the
Yeah.
standards and all this BS that's going on, man.
Yeah, man. I hear what you're saying, bro. Yeah, completely true. No other race does that, and the problem, the issue comes down to a false portrayal of what is considered to be wealth. Put it on an act, put it on a show. You know,
It's not. It's not wealth. It's
yeah,
not wealth.
flaunting, and it all goes back to consumer mentality. Materialistic possessions. Because I have this, because I'm showing this off. This is, I'm rich. I got this. The whole time, bro. A lot of these people are in debt. They got all types of family members struggling, and they over there. A lot of times these people are throwing property and putting on things that don't belong to them, or they're getting us the things for free, and they put on this false portrayal of riches. So it's kind of twisted. It kind of makes people that don't really have the money want to copy it in a sense of I need to be like this person, when the whole time the person they're copying is put on an act the whole time. You
So
know?
we are in agreement then. So we're in agreement in a sense of like it starts with these people that has some type of some clout because
Yeah.
and I'm a paraphrase it a little bit. I'm not gonna be able to quote word for words because it's been a while since Malcolm X said somebody that controls the media is a person that controls the emotions of the masses.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you have these goofy ass, and just for these rappers don't feel like I'm attacking them. It's not just them. You have some of these YouTubers, some black YouTubers, right? Some other social media
Yeah.
influencers. So it's not just rappers, but they're just the most common ones that typically go on music videos
Yeah.
and floss these things and floss cash. What are you doing? You goofy, you idiot. What are you doing? So that's where it starts. To me, that's where it starts because what happened is kids, and not just kids, but young adults as well, from the ghetto, from the hood, they see that, they want that, they think that's cool. That's listen, yo, that's not power.
Yeah.
And we spoke about this earlier. Black folks, what do? They like to they like material stuff, right?
Materialistic possessions, man. So
That's
the
not power.
yeah.
That's not. That's what separates us from the whites and the Asians. See, they don't look at material stuff. They don't have that. They don't care for all that. They got actual power. We don't.
Yeah, it's the whole idea of false. I would call it a false advertisement in a way, but I would say it's you're encouraging people to chase materialistic possessions, people that can't even afford to pay their fucking bills. Excuse my
No,
people
no,
that can't even
you're all
afford
right.
to pay their bills, people that have all types of debt, are seeing what these artists are doing, and they're going like dummies and spending their money that they need to buy other things, other necessities, and blowing it because they want to be like X, Y, and Z. That's just putting on I say a good percentage of the time is putting on a false portrayal of what they have and what they own. A lot of these artists are caught up in the 360 deal. I don't know if you probably know what a 360 deal is, where they
I've heard of it.
you
I'm
know they
not probably not educated on it as you are, but I'm familiar with it. I got
yeah
some.
they
Yeah.
sign on to these record labels for a number of years. They get fronted money, cash, and possessions right off the bat, but then they spend a long period of time paying that money back to the label.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
the profits that they would normally get, they don't get those
You're
profits.
not getting it.
You
You're
know?
not getting. Zay, all this is set up to destroy images, okay? To destroy the black community and for other people to profit off of the black community suffering, okay?
Yeah.
It's a setup, man. So I don't want to just stay on this type of like, like I
Mhm.
said, the rapper thing, because I don't want rappers to feel like I'm attacking them. Now, I do feel like it kind of starts with them as well, because they do play a major role into influencing our people.
Yeah.
Whether they want to believe it and accept it or not, it's a fact. It's true.
I think they play a major role, but it comes down to the person, and a lot of people. I have a message for the people, man. I'm gonna say stop faking to be something you're not. Stop trying to put on a portrayal of an image of somebody you're not, just so you can get some attention. Stop being so like I don't even want to
Goofies.
call it stupid. I just want to call it being just you're just being a liar. You're portraying a false image. So by portraying a false image, you're going broke over here. Your kids don't got school supplies. You don't. You might need some money to buy some essentials for the home. You can't even afford some body wash, and you over here putting on this image. Stop being
Speaking,
a follower.
okay. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying stop being a follower. Stop trying to just copycat, obsessed with materialistic possessions when you don't have the money to pay.
That's what they're content with. That's what they find power in that. They think, unfortunately, bro, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And speaking about school, this is where we mess up too. And parents, they're gonna have to be held accountable for that, for this. So I learned this yesterday. I mean, you spoke about this. Do you know how many minutes or hours do black students spend studying or doing their homework after school? Do you know how much time they spend on that? Only 45 minutes. Statistics show only black kids, when they go home outside of school, they only do their homework or study for about 45 minutes.
Mhm.
Do you know how much time do Asians study for outside of school? About 15 hours. White kids, about 8 hours.
Mhm.
but black kids only 45 minutes. Black parents, I'm gonna have to hold y'all accountable for that. What the hell are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell y'all what y'all doing because the problem is for Christmas, you know what y'all doing? Y'all buying y'all kids a GTA. That's what y'all doing. Y'all buying y'all kids GTA. Y'all buying them PS4s, Zays. They are buying them PS5s. They are buying them Xbox. What the hell are y'all doing? Why aren't y'all buying y'all kids some books? A book like Rich Dad Poor Dad. Why not? Why you not buying your kids encyclopedia book? Why not? For Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's back. Y'all doing everything backwards, man. And another thing too. What messes up the community is so parents, black folks, for punishment, we tend to make our kids read. Why the hell, for punishment, you're making them read? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is that a form of punishment? Reading should be fun to them. So when you doing that, when you punishing your kids and you force them to go read a book or go do their homework, for them, that makes them hate reading, or it makes them doing their homework because in the back of their head, they see it as a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of telling them to go to sleep early, go to bed early, you tell them, oh, go read a book. Why? That shouldn't be a form of punishment. Reading a book should be fun. Doing the homework you should be glad to do your homework.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a lot of dysfunctional stuff that's going on in the black community, but starting at home as well. And black parents got to be held responsible for that. And what do you say? What do you say to that, Z?
Man, education is the number one, man, for all races, man. In general, education, man, is the gateway. And I'm not just talking about education in colleges. Oh, I got a degree. I'm gonna put the degree on the wall and I'm gonna look at it and smile and take it. You know, you have to. It's not all. It's not only about school. Education in general can come from all forms and sources. Books. You know, you got to know how to read so you can read the information and interpret the information in a book or video. You know, if you don't like reading, there's lots of videos. It's education in general is just learning something. And if you want to make use of that, you have to learn something, put your mind to it. I want to learn something that's going to make me some money. I want to learn something that's going to help me out, you know, in life. And it comes from, you know, you have to have a desire, like I want to learn this. School is not the only place you can learn. You can learn the basics in school, reading, writing, interpretation, you know, basic math. You know, you can take those from school, but when it comes to expanding your knowledge, you know, you should try to find that knowledge in any source you can. Mostly these days it's online, it's digital, or it's on or it's in books. You know,
But
so
but it starts with that's the thing though, Zay. It starts with the parents. These parents. Why are you not training your kid from
yeah,
the age of 4 or 5 years old? You are buying them Xbox. You are
yeah,
buying them PS4. How is that gonna? What is that gonna do for your kid later
yeah,
on? Instead of
yeah,
buying them books and all that stuff, you buying them games. You buying them
yeah.
Jordans.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, man. A lot of those problems, of course, from single parent households, and
Yes.
a lot of times, uh,
Speak it.
mainly the mother. I'm not gonna say that there's not a lot of black single parent households with fathers taking care of the children. It's mainly mothers. And I would say a lot of the times the mothers want to get the kids off their back. So here's the game. Here's the shoes you want. Here's
That's
this.
lazy parenting.
Out
That's
my
lazy parenting.
you know, get out my face. Go ahead, go do this. You know, and it's not just a problem for the for the black community, man. It's everywhere where there is a single parent household, the kid is affected dramatically. You know, they don't have the right support from both sides.
They don't have the right support, and in the midst of that, Zay, the kid ends up getting screwed. And
Yeah,
one way to get screwed is because they lack discipline. So
yeah,
what happens, Zay, when that kid goes to college and that kid doesn't be successful in college, drop out, guess what happened? Because you never trained that kid to be
yeah,
disciplined. You are rushing, you are forcing your kids to go to college when you never trained them to
yeah,
be disciplined, Zay. You never
100%,
trained them from a baby.
100%.
That's like me trying to send somebody
Yeah,
to Vietnam to go fight a war, but I never trained him. I'm
yeah,
gonna send him. He gonna get killed, or she
that,
gonna get killed. I never trained them to
mhm.
fight.
The
You,
habit,
a lot of these kids, they fall out of college because they're not mentally disciplined.
a lot of them fall out of high school, you know.
High school too, they're not
Yeah,
mentally disciplined because you know what? They disciplined to the games. They're disciplined to violence. They're disciplined to, you know what? Okay, baby, you had a good day at school. Go watch the TV. Go play.
Yeah.
Go play. Go chill.
Or discipline and memorizing all the latest songs, all the latest dances.
All the latest, these kids, man, you talk, listen, they know all the Pop Smokes. They
Yeah.
know all the little TJ. They know all these Meek Mill's lyrics.
Ice Spice, all that shit, man.
These fourth graders, little boys, they're not up to fourth grade reading levels. They behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Eighth graders can't read. These black eighth graders can't read on the eighth grade level. They behind. Why is that, Zay?
Man, you see the issue is, man, it's so tricky, man. It's so complex because you remove a parent from the household, most of the time a father, kids are affected. They don't have the authority coming down on their head to instill discipline in them. The mother is trying to get rid of them so she can go do her thing. Because a lot of times it's immaturity in the mothers too. They want to spread their legs, but they don't want to be there to handle most of the main responsibility. They think parenthood is just ages 1 through 4. Get them diapers and make sure they're fed, and then put them off in daycare, and then I don't have to worry anymore. It's that's
Pretty much.
you
It's
know.
pretty much because a lot of the reasons why these black students, black kids, they fell outside of school, they fell in life is because because of their household. You
Mhm.
see, the school can only teach these kids so much, but for me, it starts at home. I
Yeah,
don't know if you agree with that, but it starts at home for
100%.
me.
100%.
Right. It starts at home.
Yeah,
So these kids are being failed. Now, uh, about the election, because as we mentioned earlier, it is 8 months away. You got Biden, you got Trump, man, the rematch. Okay.
yeah,
Is there anybody else is still running? I know that lady. I heard she backed out because Trump was whooping her so bad. I
yeah.
think I think she backed out of it. Is there anybody else you know about that's running, or is it just Joe
Those those
Biden and
those are the main candidates, man. You know
those are the main candidates?
your boy Bernie was trying to make a little push for to try to get back in the conversation.
He
So
said if he's only gonna make people work for 4 days a week. If you vote for him and you'll be
yeah.
compensated for the other day you don't work. That's what he said.
Mhm. Yeah, well, he gotta do a lot more than that, bro. Because I'm not gonna work 4 days a week if I know when I go to work outside, Lopes immigrantos that just hopped over the border is gonna shoot my ass while I'm taking a train to work. I'm not rocking with any of that, or the criminals that they're letting out of jail, because of the stupid crime bills that they're passing. The reform of the jails. I'm not gonna be feel safe outside, man. Every day somebody is getting attacked. Every day somebody's getting shot. Every day somebody's getting stabbed because of these dumb liberal Democrats, bro. So it's I gotta keep it real with y'all. I don't really care who's
No,
watching.
keep it 100.
If
Everybody's
you,
entitled
if you voted
to their own
Democrat, if you
opinion.
voted liberal, you are regretting it right now to this day because you screwed over your own people. You screwed over your own Americans. You're just a disgrace to society, 100%.
So I guess my question to you would, and then of course I'll piggyback off of it. My
Mhm.
question to you would be to every black person that gonna end up watching this, or even if they don't, if you can speak to them, how would you tell them to go about voting
I
for
would
this election that's coming up? How would you tell them to go about it?
I would say you got to get informed, right? Because last election went down. A lot of people were running off of emotions. A lot of people were running off of
I
emotions.
agree.
They were being manipulated 100%. So, we know how it went,
If you
man.
don't vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah, yeah, we know how that went, man. And throwing a ride over a man that wasn't even nothing special to society, didn't do nothing for black people, but give them a bad reputation. Throwing a whole riot for this man and the countless the nonsense that happened, man. The nonsense, the LGBTQ movement trying to hop on the back of the black movement and try to fuse with it to act like it was solely together when it wasn't. The manipulation that came was ridiculous, bro. Now,
Right.
me personally, I do believe at some point all politicians are corrupt, right?
Yes, of
So
course.
no matter what you are, Republican or Democrat,
Don't matter.
corruption going on. There's under the table deals. There's money going on. Here you go. Here, have some money. I want you to do this for me. It goes on both ways. But when what's being pushed is directly destroying culture, it's destroying children, it's destroying systems of safety. When what is being pushed is targeting all those things, it is up to everybody who has the mind to stand up against it, who is informed to stand up. So I would say the number one thing to do is get informed, learn, read a book, watch a video, see what's being pushed, see who supports what, and see what's best. What do you think is best for the country? What do you think is best? Because a lot of y'all were lied to by Sleepy Joe talking about he's going to do this and this for blacks. He ain't doing it for blacks. He's doing it for immigrants. He's doing it for the Chapos coming across the border. That's who he's doing it for. He's not doing it for blacks. So when it comes to that specifically, I would say just be informed. Be informed and stop the nonsense. If you voted for Biden because you were misinformed, then just come out and say you were misinformed. If you voted for him because you was on a bandwagon and you was hopping on everybody else's back because we the same race, I gotta follow him what he's doing, and you're stupid. You're straight up stupid, and you need to go get your head checked because you're a follower. You're not a leader. So but if you voted for him because you really thought that was good, you really did some research, I might not agree with you, but I'll respect it if you actually did your research.
Right.
You did your research. You might have been gay. You might have wanted to be a trans, and you probably voted for him because that's what you wanted. Maybe you wanted to walk into a woman's bathroom. Maybe that's why you voted for him. So I can't say nothing to you if you really stood on that business and you knew what you were talking about. But when it comes to people that were misinformed, please do your homework. Stop being a damn follower. Stop following people. Start reading. Start doing home. Man, I had teachers, bro. I had teachers from first, second, third, and fourth grade coming out saying, "Thank God the day Biden won. Oh, it's over." And these supposed to be religious people, religious teachers that's supposed to know right from wrong, that was pushing what they don't even believe in because they were confused because of the color. There's no color in this. It's right and wrong. And that's what it is, period. There's no damn color in this shit. So that's what it is.
Great take, by the way. Sure, I'm with you, man. And first of all, can we get this out of the way for the black folks that are politically literate? First of all, the Democratic Party was the first racist party to actually start. They were more racist than the Republicans.
Yeah.
And you guys can go on Google, YouTube, whatever, and check that. It was actually the Democrats that was associated, affiliate with the KKKs, right? They had all them guys up in there. So before any black folks want to say, oh, Republicans are racist or whatever, actually go do your research on the history of the Democratic Party, whom been lying to black folks, Zay, for how many decades? Been just telling black folks everything they want to hear, damn near. And what the hell have they done for black folks?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
Okay, so I don't want to hear, Democrat. Listen, for me, I don't care what it is. As long as you can service me and my peoples the right way, I'm voting for you. I'm going for you. That's what I'm going for. At the end of the day, I'm with you. You're right. Both of them, like both sides are mafias, man. They both are corrupt.
Yeah, they
right. So they're both corrupt. But the plan is, you want to, as a black man or whatever, you want to educate yourself. You want to do your research and check on each party's history, okay, and try to get how they like say in the hood, get their paperwork, man. You know what I'm saying? Get their paperwork. Learn about their paperwork. Learn about them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you go out about that. Stop letting people tell you who to vote for. Stop going off of your emotions. Stop saying, well, my homie right there going for Biden. I'm gonna go for Biden too. No, man.
It relates to the same matter we were talking about from before. Most of the population, minority population, black population, is following false role models when it comes to what they wear, what they look up to, following a false image. So it comes to not knowing, but I don't know. So, he looks like me, bro. You see that guy over there? He looks like me. He got the same skin as me. He got the same beard. He got this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go protest. I'll go out there and protest for Muhammad Akbar that just blew up the dollar store. I'm going to go protest and throw a riot for him. And I'm going to go steal because he got killed. Man, fuck Muhammad Akbar. You know what I'm saying? None of that, bro. You think because a person looks like me, if they out there doing BS, I'm gonna be out there crying about them, bro? You got it twisted.
Yeah.
It's stop being a follower. That's the problem. Stop being a
Be
follower.
your own person, man. Be your own person. Black folks for decades, man. These, and I'm not saying run and go vote for Trump. I'm not saying. I'm just saying be your own person, man. Educate yourself, man. It's important to know who you voting for before you go vote. Stop letting people persuade you off the rip and tell you to go vote for this person. Nah, man, go do your own research. There's YouTube, there's Google,
Yeah,
there's all these social media platforms, man. You can do your research, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Educate yourself and get out there. Like for me personally, I think I'm gonna just go out and say it right now. I think Trump is the better candidate right now.
Mhm.
Um, Bro, you remember I told you this the other day. I had people back in 2020. Remember they used to go at us on Facebook when
Yeah, and
when Biden and Trump was going at it, and I let it be known I was going for Trump again
yeah,
or whatever. Those same people, bro, that was giving us flock or whatever. A lot of them right now regret that they voted for
yeah.
Biden.
And I'm, bro,
A lot of them. A
I'm
lot of them.
I'm coming for all of them, bro, because I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot. I'm coming for each and every last one of them. Y'all gotta accept the fact that y'all were stupid, y'all were uninformed, y'all were
I tell you.
easily manipulated like a bunch of bitches, and it's just straight up what it is. So y'all gonna hold this L, and go do your research now. Because I try to
Because
tell.
now y'all gotta live with the fact that little boys can go in your little girls' bathrooms.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't tell me if Trump was in office that would have been acceptable. That would not be
and
going down.
the police got defunded, man. It hasn't been safe. It hasn't been safe out here at all. They got the National Guard now in New York City. For whoever did not know, the National Guard is on the train right now because the police cannot be trusted to keep us safe. So the governor had to send the National Guard down here to have them patrol the stations now.
All
So
right.
each and every day, bro, somebody's getting shot, somebody's getting stabbed. How can you expect the police that y'all voted to defund? Y'all wanted to defund them. Y'all wanted to take their money out of their pockets. You want them to come run to help you when you're getting shot at? If you on the train, you voted to get them defunded. You wanted them to lose their money. Don't go crying for no police. Stay on the train and just stay there with the bullets shooting all over the place and smile because you caused this situation. I didn't cause
Cause
the situation. So I'm out here moving tact. I'm moving time in places I know where I'm not supposed to be. So it's sick, bro. It's sick. It's you. I got so many family members, bro. You got family members out here too, and we got to think about them taking a train on a daily basis. We got to think about them walking through these hot zones and knowing that the police don't want to defend them with good reason. Because if I'm a police officer, you took my money, you had me defunded, you spoke out against me, you caused me chaos and pain. Am I gonna run to help you when you're getting shot? No, I'm gonna wait around the corner, let your ass get shot up, and then I'm gonna go over there because I'm not dying for you when you're against me. So it's sad for the people that actually did make the right choice and that understood structure and order and decisions, and that we do need law enforcement for certain things. For those people, for us and our family members that's suffering from whatever nonsense we got to go through out here, you have my deepest condolences. My deepest condolences. All I can say is find you any way you can to get a gun, a legal way. I promote a legal way completely.
right.
Business owner, apply for your permit, get a gun, and be safe. Get a gun, keep a gun on you.
No, absolutely, man. Great take just now. I love it. I would say I wanna mention this, man. I know you can piggyback off of it.
Mhm.
Um, let's talk about other things that actually make us mad within the black
Yeah,
community. So I was just thinking about this. Like one thing that upset me is that we give everybody else grace and forgiveness, but us, but each other. Like for example, we speaking about this politics stuff, right?
yeah.
Like a white man like Joe Biden, you
Hmm.
will have these Negropeans find every excuse
Hmm.
to bypass his actions.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Give him grace, like Joe Biden. Well, when he passed that bill in the '80s, that the drug bill or whatever. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I think it was in the 80s that sent a lot of brown and black people to prison. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, back then I was different. My point is, we always give other people grace but each other.
Yeah.
Everybody gets forgiveness, but we don't forgive each other. And that's one thing I hate about us, bro. It is primarily ignorant niggas that be doing that, bro. It's like obnoxious, ignorant niggas, bro. We will forgive everybody else but us.
Yeah.
It's the hatred, bro. The self hatred is like that's what pisses me off. We find excuses for powerful white men, for other powerful yellow Asian men, or whatever. But when it comes to forgiving each other and finding grace for each other, we don't do that, man. And what do you say to that, man? What do you have to say about that?
When it comes to forgiveness in general, man, in order for change to be created, in order for things to, you know, go in a direction of positivity, there has to be some type of forgiveness, man, because if there's old grudges coming up, constantly, if there's old grudges coming up and it's causing chaos, at some point you got to be like, one person has to be like, it's time to let this go. We got to progress. We got to move up. You know, and,
Yeah.
I completely understand, feeling a certain type of way towards somebody who did you wrong or something like that. But at some point, in order for you to progress to be your best self, you got to let that go. So that's my take on that, man. You know,
This just pissed me off, man. We find a way to give everybody else grace. We forgive everybody we love and do all this stuff. But when it comes to each other, bro, why do we hate each other so much? Like, why do we want to keep each other down?
it goes back to the crabs in a bucket theory, man. You know,
Self hate is real, bro. Do you know the bleach company? Like, the bleach company as far as to line up your skin.
Clorox, yeah.
Do you know they are $1 billion company?
Oh, you're
They are
talking
a bit.
skin lightening,
The
not
skin line, yeah, the
cleaning.
skin lining, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
bleach, the skin lining. Do
Yeah,
you know they are $1 billion empire, $1 billion company?
I did
And
not.
you already know
Yeah,
who are the most, you know who purchased,
yeah.
from them the most.
You taught me something new today. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are $1 billion. The self-hatred within the black community is real.
yeah, yeah.
That company is $1 billion company. Black women are the most people they purchase from them the most.
The consumers, yeah, the biggest
They're
consumers.
the most. Yeah, they are the most consumers. Black people in general. I'm not gonna just go a woman. I'm gonna just say black people in general. What the hell are you doing? You do not like your blackness. You do not like your skin color.
Yeah, bro.
So you're ashamed of your blackness, and then on top of that, you gotta straighten out your hair. Bro, have this self hate thing going on, man. Um, with this whole, by bleaching. Like I said, they are the number one consumers of, by purchasing so much from this bleach company, man. I just don't get it, you know. Um, and then when not only you're purchasing this bleach thing and lining up your skin, now you're messing with your hair. You see what I'm saying? You're messing up with your hair because you don't like your nappy hair. You don't like your natural black hair. So what you got to do is you got to go and buy the Asian people, them Asian folks, and the white man's hair. You see what I'm saying? You going out and you buying their hair if you're a woman, right? You
Hmm.
purchasing that. Okay, so the self hate is real, man. It's like I said, that company is a $1 billion company, and the number one consumers are black folks.
Yeah, yeah, man. And it's the same thing with the white folks too when it comes to the getting the tans. The tanning companies, they put a lot of their money into they want to get darker, man. So it's a lot of it's a lot of self-hate going on from a lot of different people you never think.
That's true. But here's what I'll tell you though. Here's what I'll tell you. The difference is white folks, Asian folks can mess around. They can afford to mess around and spend money, big time money, on
Hmm.
unnecessary things. You know what I'm saying? Because they got it like that.
Hmm.
Black folks cannot. We're talking about 400, 500 years of slavery in this country. What the hell are you doing spending billions of dollars on a bleaching company?
Yeah,
Why are you can't, black folks can't afford to do that. We are
yeah,
so behind. We can't do that.
that's a good point. That's a good on useless things
On
that don't.
useless stuff
Yeah,
when we already behind. The
when you
white man can get away with
yeah,
it because that white man or that white woman, bro, she's good. You know what I'm saying? Her grandfather, her great grandpappy was a colonizer. Was Colonel Sanders. Okay, she will be alright. She good to go. But you over here, you a black person, man. You know what I'm saying? Your grandpappy or someone was probably Frederick Douglass. Your grandman was probably Harriet Tubman, trying to get your other peoples out. You can't
yeah.
afford you
You,
can't afford to do all that stuff. You are wasting money for what? On a self hatred. It
yeah,
makes no sense.
it's sick, bro. It's sick. It's when you put self-hatred into consumer mentality, bro, it profits everybody else but the person that's spending the money on it because it's sad to say. I can't, a lot of people got things they don't like about themselves, bro, but we gotta come to accept ourselves, look in the mirror and accept ourselves and accept that we are who we are. There's no
We
changing.
are we are damaging ourselves, man. And I'm not gonna just sit here and blame the white man or the yellow man or whatever man. I'm not gonna sit here because I'm the type I gotta hold us accountable for that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We're not just talking about bleaching. We're not talking about parents buying PS4 for their kids. We're not just talking about all this stuff. We're also talking about purchasing products, but like Gucci and all this stuff, man. Okay, black folks, what the hell are you doing buying Gucci and Louis Vuitton, Vuitton, whatever you call it? I don't know. Damn it, what are you doing buying all that stuff? Those folks don't even like you. They don't like black people. What are you doing? They don't even like y'all. You
Stop.
buying the guys, you buying their stuff. They don't even rock with black people like that. They don't like y'all.
Stop trying to put on an image. Stop trying to put on an image and try to look like you got something you don't
You
have.
don't.
Stop lying.
You still be living on your mama's couch. Okay,
Mhm.
asking your mama to make you a sandwich because your ass don't know how to cook.
Stop
And you
lying.
over here want to spend hundreds of dollars on Louis Vuitton and,
Yeah.
and, and then you want to buy Gucci? They
Stop.
don't even like
Yeah.
you.
And you see the problem is with black folk in the consumer mentality, man, is they just want to lie, bro. They want to lie. They want to put on an image and it's a self-confidence issue because you feel like you have to portray yourself as having this certain level of status, this certain level. I'm not happy with myself, but maybe if I put on a pair of Gucci slides, I'll be better. I'll think I'm better. Other people will think I'm better, so I'll feel like I'm better.
That's a messed up
A mental,
mentality.
that's a mental problem. That's a mental,
That's a mental problem. That's
yeah,
a sign of weakness. Another sign of you know what I'm saying, an insecurity. Okay,
yeah.
you have to do those things to make you feel better
It-
about yourself.
mhm,
When I look at somebody like Adam Sandler, a white man, I see him in New York, bro, on YouTube, whatever. He got shorts on. Some of these Asian
yeah,
billionaires, bro, the millionaires, they got a natural, a regular shirt on.
mhm,
They chilling. But how
yeah.
come we the only ones that feel like we have to do the most when
If
we are the ones that are the most behind? It
you
makes
know,
no sense to me.
what gets me the most, man, because most of the people that go do that consumer mentality nonsense, they're like, "Oh, I like fashion. I'm into this. I'm into." No, the fuck you're not. You're not into no fashion.
Why don't you fashion your ass into the
You,
books?
you
Fashion your ass into some education.
Fashion has nothing to do with the name behind it. Because it costs a
You're absolutely
thousand
right.
dollars does not make it fashion.
That
If
no, it does not.
you got the appearance on one side, and then you got how much money it costs on one side. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not bashing Kanye. I'm really a big fan of the man and what he speaks out against, and how blunt he is with speaking the truth. I happen to think of Kanye as being on the same page as us, as speaking his mind when it comes to, and not being afraid of who's gonna say what to it. But
Right.
his shoes, his slides are ugly. His pants is ugly. Yeezys are ugly. People was rushing to those stores to pay $600, $700 for some Yeezy slides.
Mind you,
That are
they babies. Some of their babies don't even have school uniforms to go to school, but they're going to buy $600
ugly,
pair of Yeezys.
ugly, bro, ugly. Even I'm gonna come at Polo too. Even Polos look nice, but why would I pay $90 to $120 for one shirt? one polo shirt.
It makes no sense.
Stop it,
It,
man.
it makes no sense at all, man.
A person
Um,
a person with no self-confidence has to live with the mentality of if they think I'm fly, then I'm fly. If they think I got the best on, if they think I look good, then I'm good. Stop relying on other people's perception of you to enforce who you want to be or who you think you are. It has to be solely from you. If I step out the crib right now, bro, and I'm wearing a white tee and some and one basketball shorts, bro, I'm not gonna feel no different than if I step out the crib wearing some polo, bro. That's me personally. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
I don't care, bro. I don't care.
Our mindset, bro, is not the way it's set up right now. It's not set up for us to prosper in a way for us to to gain generational wealth.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Our mentality is backwards to the point where it just leads us to failure. You know
Which
what
is
I'm saying? So to that, and you can piggyback off of this, man. And I'm gonna say this. I just think for me, it got to start with these big guns, man. And I'm talking about the LeBron James of the world, the Jay Z's,
yeah, then
the Oprahs. You know what I'm saying? I think to me,
oh
it starts with them. I know it's probably a long shot. I know, but I say that because those are the big guns. Those are the power movers right there. They got
yeah,
the money. How
yeah,
we have all these billionaires, Zay. We have all these billionaires, and I just listed a few of them. We don't have our own banks. Black
yeah.
people, we don't have our own banks. We don't have our own hospital, our own black owned hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't have our own market that's funded just by black folks.
Yeah,
Okay, we don't have any four of those or four of those major, you know what I'm saying, facilities. Those
yeah,
corporations, we don't have any of that. We don't have any. We don't have none of the no black owned schools. I don't want to
mm,
hear about the LeBron school. So that's not only his school. That's a partnership he has going on.
yeah,
Okay, and it's not funded by black folks. So
mm,
that's not a black owned school. I don't want to hear about that. Okay,
yeah,
we don't have any of those things. You mean to tell me we have Jay Z, we have LeBron James, we have all these guys, and yet we can't get one of those things at least to get going?
yeah. You see, the problem is, bro. Those people have been rich for years. They've been rich for years. They don't really care to if they. I would say this, man. If somebody cared to do something and they had the means to do it, they would have done it by now, man. They don't care.
Absolutely.
So they're too busy doing the nonsense they're doing behind the scenes. That's a topic for another video. The nonsense, the satanic worship they're doing behind the scenes. That's a topic for another time. But
Right. That's yeah.
they don't care about their communities. They don't care about putting some money in and starting things. And when it comes down to owning businesses and owning hospitals and owning schools and stuff, you got to have some knowledge behind that. And
That's true.
if you if you if you have the knowledge, if school is being promoted and there's people that attain the knowledge and know how to run those things can come together. But it takes many pieces to come together to run those types of organizations, those types of facilities. We can check the stats later on to see how many minority doctors we actually have, minority or black doctors to be specific. We can check the stats on how many people we got in finance, all of that, and see if there's yes, you can fund something. I'm not saying somebody that like Oprah Winfrey or LeBron can come out and be like, okay, this is going to be the first funded black owned bank, whatever. Kanye tried to do it recently. They've been fighting him and shutting him down on the back end. That's when he got caught up in the whole Adidas mix up. But once you set that down, once you start that up, once the money is donated, it has to maintain. So who's going to maintain it? Who's intelligent enough to maintain this? Who's doing the checks on this to make sure everything is running
We
smooth?
can listen. We can get all that. I feel like even with the bank thing. Okay,
Yeah,
even if that don't work, you can't tell me say that we can't get one of those things to get going. Either a hospital or a bank or some black owned markets. You telling me we can't or some schools, some black owned schools, we can't get one of them going? Absolutely, we can.
yeah,
It's like we used alluding to earlier. It's because they don't really care.
yeah,
That's why with me, man. And I learned this from Malcolm X. Malcolm X said you can't really look up to celebrities as leaders. And
Yeah,
for a while, it took me a long time to let that resonate because I'm the biggest LeBron fan. You know me, bro. That's my
yeah,
GOAT. And I'm like, man, that's the leader. What are you talking about, Malcolm X? But then I had to sit back and think deep into what he was saying.
yeah.
The thing is, the reason why we cannot consider somebody like LeBron James as a leader in our community is because he's limited to what he can say and to what he can do. You see what I'm saying? The difference between Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all them other guys, they were not limited. They said what they was gonna say.
Mhm.
They
You,
did what they wanted to do. No white man, no yellow man, or whatever can tell them, well, you're in our company, you will let you say this, but you can't
yeah,
say that. When
you
you are limited to what you can say and do, you cannot be considered a leader. And I had to learn that.
100%. You see, bro, it starts with the kids. And I'm gonna tell you why it starts with the kids, because when you've lived a certain lifestyle for a certain amount of years, you get caught in the trap of that lifestyle. Most people do. Most people get caught into the repetitive trap of living a certain lifestyle. Now, let's say if talk about the black community, if most people in the black community are caught up with materialistic possessions, the allure of fame and glamour and what looks good, they're going to influence their kids to chase those things. Now, the kids come along, the kids got fresh minds. They got fresh minds. But what are they around continuously? What are they being encouraged to pursue? Glam, glory, all this fame, things, a false portrayal, a good percentage of the time. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some really, really wealthy black artists, athletes, celebrities, so on and so forth. There is a lot of false portrayal though. It's not all like that. So if the kids aren't molded to understand that materialistic possessions and this glam and glory and what you put on in your appearance and how you look when you go outside, I'm not saying not to dress decent. Be presentable, look professional, be presentable, make sure your stuff is neat. Whatever you're wearing, whether it be a FUBU shirt or whether it be a brand name shirt, make sure it's iron neat, nice and neat when you go outside. Present yourself in a neat manner. But when it comes to what goes on your body, you know, if you're chasing all these things and you're caught up in that specifically, you're going to be chasing the careers that the people ahead of you have attained these things. So
Right.
you're making your entire chase. You're focusing that on materialistic possessions. How can I get that gold chain? How can I get that diamond chain? How can I get the name brands? How can I get this? Now, you might put it on and it looks nice, but the business that you could have started with the money you used to buy that chain, with the money that you used to buy that designer, that business could have made your family 100 times the money if you look at it long term.
I just told you. I mean, the bleach, the bleach company, they're $1 billion company because of black folks.
Yeah,
Can you imagine Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that
yeah,
stuff? Jordan. I know that's a black guy, but
yeah.
buying Jordans and all that for all these years. Can you imagine how much money that could have
Boy,
went to a bank or something, or a hospital or something, some schools?
yeah. I'm gonna talk about two things. We're gonna talk about two things: designer versus a chain. Now, if I had to choose between those two, right? Now, a chain is gold. Gold doesn't lose its value. So if you want to get your hands on some gold to put away in a safe, you know what I'm saying? I have this for security purposes. Hey, all hell broke loose today. I can go cash this out. I can get some money. That's cool. The designer you wear got no value a few years from now. No value.
No.
No value. Nobody wants to buy old designer. Nobody wants to buy. That's money thrown in the trash. But even with the chain, you could have put that money into a business or something else and had money coming to you on a month-to-month basis and collected that money, but instead you want to wear it around your neck. You're wearing your business fund right around your neck. It's not doing anything for you. It's useless. So when you're trained to have a materialistic mind that's chasing, oh, my appearance. I want to look this so people could think this of me. You're screwed. The minute you start thinking like that, you're screwed. You're caught in a trap. So the only way for things to change for the culture in general, the kids have to learn this lesson at a young age, and it has to be the kids because the adults are so caught up in the glam race already. They're not switching off from it. They're not switching away from it. So the only way for things to change is for the kids to understand this message, and if it gets through to them, hopefully it spreads. But you got the trappers, and I'm not talking about selling drugs. I'm talking about the trappers get you caught up in that chase to look good and to be acknowledged.
Right.
Being acknowledged is a perception. That's wanting praise from people. That's their perception of you. You should focus more on your perception of yourself, not your perception, not the perception other people have of you. If you start to care less about what they think of you, you'll start to care less about what you put on your body. You start to care less about what you put on your body, you'll be able to make some real money by putting that into something that's going to be long lasting, long term, with a little education tied in there in the mix, because you have to educate yourself to know how to start, how to create something.
I completely agree. I'm gonna ask you this question, and we're gonna possibly try to leave it at this note, or on this note. I'm sorry. Um, do you think this is the worst state that the black community has been in?
Um, After slavery, yes. After slavery, I believe it's the
Of
worst.
course, right. Of course, after slavery,
Yeah,
right.
after slavery, 100% yes. Because you and I educated on Black Wall Street, a lot of businesses trying to come up at the time where people were actually listening to what we're talking about now. Black folks were focused on that. They weren't focused on looking good and all this extra stuff. They were putting their
Right.
money into business. They were putting their money on the market. They were doing certain things with their money. But we know what happened with that. We know
Yeah.
what happened with
Unfortunately,
that. We know what
it is what
happened.
it is.
It was torn down because it was at a time in history where racist folks, white folks, primarily white Americans, said, hold it right there. They're doing the right thing. We have to stop them.
To
We
kill
have
this,
to
these
stop.
niggas is actually waking up.
They're on timing right now. They're not caught up in all this old designer and all this and chains and all this seeking glory and all.
And I
They're
don't want to hit nobody saying, "Well, they didn't have all that stuff back there." They still had some decent stuff that black folks could have been purchasing at that
No,
time.
they could have had that, but they chose not
They
to.
chose not to. Yeah,
No,
they were focused. Yeah.
they chose not to. Now, what happened when all of that was destroyed, when it was targeted, when people were killed, all of that, right? I
Hmm.
understand. I understand why everything went under the radar. But now we live in an era where people can't do those things anymore. Well, to a certain degree. If there's a street in Manhattan that's doing good with business, and that street is owned by black folks, in New York, it's not going to be the same in the case of back then where a bunch of racist people, Klansmen, whoever can go shoot it up, kill everybody, take their money and everything. The law is different now. Yes, there racism. There's targeted racism still when it comes to the come up. So I would advise people to get on the path of putting your money into whatever you're doing, your business, whatever. Stay away from that superficial stuff, consumer mentality. Keep it under the table and keep it in the community. Because if you
Right.
keep it under the table, you keep it in the community, it keeps the nonsense out of the way. Not all of it, but it'll keep a good amount of it out of the way. There
Right.
has to be a code of secrecy that's instilled when it comes to, running up the money, legal money, not illegal money. Running up,
Right.
running up legal money. It's a different time, and it's time to get active. So,
Sorry. No, I completely agree, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback off of that. Um, I would say to my question, I would answer and say I too believe this is probably the worst state that the black America has been in. You know what I'm saying? Of course, after slavery and all that.
yeah.
One of the reasons why I say that is because the lack of continuity. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? The togetherness is worse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the crime rate, bro. We are just destroying each other, like literally. It's out of this world. It's getting worse. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? At least back in the days you were just talking about the Wall Street or whatever, and before then they had Martin Luther King. They had certain leaders. Nowadays, I feel like we have no leader at all. You know what I'm saying? And we have some people that can be a leader, but they don't have the clout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have the clout like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I said what I said. Man, it's tough. I feel like we can get out of this thing. I still have hope. I know it looks bad and it's been bad for a long time, but I still have hope because there's people like me and you
Yeah.
that are passionate about wanting to see change. I wanted to see black people do better. So
Yeah.
that's what gives me some type of hope that okay, one day we can be better. Um now,
Regardless, man,
go ahead.
regardless of the outcome of it, regardless of the outcome of what happens, we're always hoping for the positive. Regardless of the outcome of it, it is our responsibility as I would say just as being good men that care about communities, that care about justice, that care about things being done the right way, regardless of the outcome, fail or win or fail. Win or lose, succeed or fail. It is our responsibility to speak out and have a voice and to speak out and we can live our entire lifetimes, bro, and see no change, man. But if you want to die peacefully, if you want to go down knowing that you did your part, that's the right thing to do.
That's what keeps me going. Like I just want to, you know what I'm saying, my in my back of my head, I already accepted the fact that I may not be able to change the whole black community. But my goal is, my major goal is, okay, if I can at least touch some people. You know what I'm saying? If I can help change some people, I can help change, like make some people's lives better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Help them see the light. I'll be good with that. I'll be happy because that's better than nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That I'll be cool with that. But to end it off, man, just, you know what I'm saying? Our community, bro, there's a lot of work to be done. We just got to stick together. Um, again, with the voting situation, man, do y'all research, man. Educate yourself, man. At the end of the day, um, both sides are evil. It's like fighting for two masters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and also, the word dependent comes in my head. I know I said I wanted to end it earlier, but let me say this too. I feel like we're too dependent on others. We don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? We too dependent on the white man. We too dependent on the yellow man. We too dependent on this type of man. We don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need to raise up our standards. We have to have some good morals, okay?
Yeah.
And form this togetherness, man. And we will be good because we're very intelligent. We're very, you know what I'm saying? We're very smart. We're strong people, man. We've been through a lot. And I feel like we come together, we'll make it. So we don't need to depend on nobody. We don't need no handouts. And you know what I'm saying? Of course, we can use some things that were taken from us. We can use, like, the reparation, all that stuff. That would be nice. But so we don't need no handouts, but yeah, some reparations and stuff that can get us back on track and help us get forward. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. 'Cause I feel like the government, the feds, whatever, they owe us that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when if and when they do give us those things, those resources that are rightfully ours, then we won't have any, like, we shouldn't have any complaints, bro. We just gotta take it, or and get together and form this alliance and then move on, bro. But
Yeah.
yeah, bro, you can end it, man. You can take it off from here.
See, man, it starts with the kids, man. It really starts with the kids. The kids really are the future, bro. And if the cycle continues to repeat itself, it's going to continue to fail. So the real way to have an impact on where this matter goes is to get to the kids and shut down the false idols, the false role models, the false whoever would.
Meek Mills,
I'm not even call them stars, man, because they're a bunch of losers,
a
a
bunch
bunch
of goofies to me, but
bunch of losers, selfish losers that only care about their own personal success. They need to be shut
hey,
down.
black community, when Meek Mills and some of these other goofy ass rappers finish throwing up their videos and throwing up their cash and all that and inciting gang violence and all that stuff, guess where they go to? They either go to their massa house, or they go to the house that their master has provided for them in a nice gated community, while y'all still back in the ghetto, okay, ducking and dodging bullets, gunshots. Okay? So you adults and you kids that admire these people, think of that. Because these are not leaders. These are puppets.
Mm-hmm.
These are puppets, coons, okay, that are jumping, are ready to jump, okay, and dive and do all sorts of P. Diddy stuff for their masses. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Sad to say, bro, man. So yeah, I'm gonna close out on that, man. Get to the kids. If you anybody seen this video, man, if you know that you can show these kids a positive influence by discouraging them from following false idols and put them on the right path, man, use your mouth, use your voice, use
Forget them. They're not leaders, man. We
no,
y'all follow, other type of leader. Although I don't believe in celebrities being leaders, but
yeah,
y'all just, those rappers, those guys that incite violence, those guys are not it. They are bad for the community.
yeah.
And you know what I'm
Even the
saying?
guys,
Whether you're a rapper, actor,
yeah,
or a black actor, or whatever, or black singer,
yeah.
whatever, it's any type of
And
entertainer.
and
Yeah,
And for anybody on a status who's not doing who says they're not doing negative things, or who says, not talking about the rappers or people committing crimes or things of that nature. I'm talking about for the people that have made it in black culture, successful athletes that never had a bad image, or just people in general that do not have a bad image. Just know that by not using your voice, by not saying anything, you're actually doing the same amount of harm as the people that are doing the negative things. You're
yeah,
supporting it. If you don't speak against it, you're supporting it.
that's right.
So it goes on both sides of the field, man. It's selling out both ways. So that's all I got to say on that, man.
I agree, man. You guys, please, what I'm saying, make sure y'all keep supporting us, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're gonna keep spinning this facts for y'all. We're gonna keep talking, spilling these real stuff for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it real for y'all. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the page, all that, man. All the above, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And we're gonna keep it coming for y'all, man. Much love.
And we out.
Yes.